We are going to E3. We are going to E3. We are going to E3. 'Cause it is really fun. Yeah. I'm going the wrong way. Hey guys, TorchwickedHuntsman here, and we're in June, and you know what that means? We're pretty close to E3. Oh, what a good time! To be honest, I haven't really paid too much attention to E3 at all. I mean, I have watched E3 presentations of 2016 and 2017, mainly for PlayStation and Nintendo, but that's really about it. E3 normally isn't my cup of tea. It sometimes feels a bit too, I don't know, like professional, that kind of such. I guess past Nintendo E3s would really bring that fear out. But, of course, I have a lot of reasons to be excited for E3 this time around. It's one of the biggest years in terms of gaming. You get all these awesome announcements. You get brand new games. You got updates to games, which are incredible. It's a fun time all around, and a lot of people like to stream them. So I figured this time around, why not? I'll give it a shot. I'll be able to hopefully stream our E3 reactions, or at least record them and then upload them, whichever way the internet likes to come around for that. But with that said, why don't we take a look at actually what's in store for E3 and what I'm going to be interested in. Take a look at this calendar. So as you can see, this E3 calendar given to us from E3 itself gives you the time zones as well as the different properties that will be doing showcases, such as Ubisoft and Xbox, just as an example. I am on the EDT time zone, so yeah. Anyway guys, the first people we're going to talk about that I'm interested in is none other than Square Enix. Now with Square Enix, I mean, come on, we all know the big highlight everyone's looking for, Kingdom Hearts 3. In fact, it's so important, right now, as we speak, I'm finding a Union Boss in Union Cross. Union Boss in Union Cross. Good. So, and anyway, that release date, we're finally going to hopefully get a look at what the release date is going to be. Now, we could get it even before that at the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra. They could do a video there and announce, hey, we're going to do a release date here. The minute they do, the internet is going to blow up. Because this release date is such a big deal. Never before has a series of numbers been so important to so many people. So, honestly, it's kind of intense. It's like, what's that release date going to be? Is it going to be September? Is it going to be October? November? Or is it going to be delayed? I don't think it's going to be delayed, but if it is, we are doomed. I'm excited for it. But another reason I'm excited for Square Enix is because of Marvel's Square Enix title. We've been teased about it before now and then. If you haven't looked it up, go ahead and look it up. There hasn't really been too much information, but Marvel and Square Enix. Never before have I seen a weirder combination. But honestly, it can work because Square Enix has made a lot of great games. You know, obviously Kingdom Hearts series, Final Fantasy, Nier Automata. I wish I knew how to pronounce that. Hopefully I pronounced it right. And even though it's kind of weird, I am enjoying Dissidia Final Fantasy to a certain extent. Well, I should say Dissidia NT to be more specific. So, in all honesty, they could do anything with it, and it's probably going to be amazing. Only time is going to tell. And I'm going to tell you right now, they're saving Kingdom Hearts for last. During their stream, Kingdom Hearts is going to be the final part. They are saving the biggest thing for last. With so much information coming out recently, it's only a matter of time before we actually get the game. It's going to be on my PS4, and no one's going to hear of me for weeks. For months. for a while. I hope to make another video about my Kingdom Hearts 3 hopes soon enough, but for now, that's pretty much it for Square Enix. Let's take a look at what else is interesting. So after Square Enix, the next one I am interested is the good old Cross and Triangle themselves, PlayStation. Now PlayStation, I don't know. I mean, you honestly couldn't top their 2016 presentation. It was theatrical. It had so many surprises, so many twists, and it was mostly about games. And while 2017 was like that, it wasn't exactly as big of a shock. But honestly, with 2018, anything's possible. We got the Spyro trilogy coming up, we got Death Stranding, and of course they are remaining focused on 4 games. They may have stuff here and there, but there's really 4 games in mind. The only one I know on top of my head is Death Stranding, but also a Sucker Punch game. I wish I remembered those names off the top of my head, but that's what you get for improvising. But in any case, it's going to be interesting to see how PlayStation does it this time around. You know, Xbox and Ubisoft likes to really put a conference spin on it. You know, they like to talk to the audience most of the time. They can show some stuff, but most of the time, it's just demonstrating stuff. Whereas PlayStation and Nintendo, which I'll get into later, kind of just gives us what we want. They don't really go full on, except if they really want to hype you up for something. Other than that, it's not really much. I probably just contradicted myself, but in any case, it's gonna be interesting what they do in terms of presentation, but what I'm interested in is my final point of interest. Finally, the big N themselves, let's talk about Nintendo. Nintendo. I mean, what could you say other than last year's E3? It might have been a half-hour to an hour presentation, but by Genova, wasn't an experience. We got so many releases. We had... I mean, come on. Metroid Prime 4 pretty much claimed it for every single viewer. Not to mention, you got Super Mario Odyssey, you got all this other amazing stuff. Nintendo really does have a good system, and you know, whether they have a presentation or not, I think it's going to mostly be a stream like Square Enix. But no matter how they do it, Nintendo has the ball rolling. They have so much coming for them, and they're going to have probably a lot of big surprises on the way. It's Nintendo. And you know, whether you want to be nice to them or you want to hate them because they are Nintendo, somehow they always deliver. And I'll bet you, I will bet you, Super Smash Bros. Will be at E3. Whether it's going to be a remaster of PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4. No, that was All Stars Battle Royale, and that was bad. You know, Super Smash Bros. 4, whether it's remaster or it's going to be Super Smash Bros. 5, who knows? I mean, honestly, who knows? It could go either way. But in any case, it's a huge point, especially for the Switch right now. You know, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS was an alright game, but of course people miss the single player stuff, they miss some other aspects, you know. In the end, you're not really going to please everyone, but I feel like Super Smash Bros. 4 tried their best, especially with inclusions like Ryu, Cloud, Bayonetta, and so many others. I hope that Super Smash Bros. 5 can please almost everyone. I really drew up those pauses. But it's gonna be hard, but you know, Nintendo, can't be any worse than Wii Music.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But that's about it. That's really my main focuses for E3. I do have a lot of hopes, which I'll probably talk about during the video itself. But on that point, let's talk about those streams, because, you know, I don't know if I'm going to, because I still need to find a way. I think I figured out a way, and I'm going to try that soon, but regardless, it's going to be interesting to see how they come out. No matter what, though, we are going to record our E3 reactions. Me, hopefully a friend, maybe more, I don't know, but at least one person wants to get together with me about it. So, yeah, that's about it. It's gonna be interesting to see how this goes. Even though this video wasn't really that structured or anything, I hope E3 comes out well. You know, I wish I could wish others best of luck, and I'm going to. You know, I don't want a company to fall just because they're like other companies. You know, whether you realize it or not, people like different companies for different reasons. And in the end, I hope everyone succeeds in some form or matter. You know, whatever mistakes they made in the past, I'm sure they can make them up in the future. Except if you're Konami, in which that case, I hope Yu-Gi-Oh! Goes well for you. That joke's been run to the ground. But, in any case, what are your hopes for E3? Hopefully, those hopes do come true for you. It's unknowing if they will, but in any case, I'll say you guys later.